Hi guys, this is Pam Mariah, and I'm excited to welcome you to our first official lesson of the SCORES Interactive Educational Virtual Worlds. So if you guys are here, you probably already watched my introductory video that talks about a little bit of my background and what we're going to view in this course. Um, just to reiterate, classes in virtual environments are, in my opinion, more engaging than regular distance learning because of the three-dimensional setting and the use of avatars. It gives us the aspect that we're in a physical classroom and we can interact with classmates and professors and have discussions real time. So I am starting this first lesson right off of my Google's Classroom course, just because I want to make sure that whatever you see in the course and whatever you're supposed to follow, I am doing as well because I want to make sure that you are able to do everything that I have listed here. I have even gone as far as deleting my Firestorm viewer, which is very scary for me because I would like to tell you this beforehand. This is the hardest part of the course, onboarding and startup. It was the hardest part for me to download the viewer, download the right viewer, and do all the sign up, and we'll do it together, but that was the hardest part for me. The rest is a lot of fun and it's really interesting, so I hope you guys stick through the hardest part, which is this part right here. Okay. Uh so uh step one says to get your avatar or to sign up for Kitely, and then Kitely is the OpenSim server. And OpenSim, it just means that open simulator, and it's available and it's for free. And we'll get into great details of what other freebies we can get. So Kitely is the server which we'll be using right now. So if you click here on this site and you go to Kitely, you can go to sign up, and you can do create an email and password. But that's what I did. I don't want to have my Facebook involved or my Twitter. I don't think I have Twitter anymore. But so create an email and password account. So you go in here and you put in your email and your password and your uh, first name and last name and your avatar gender, your age, and make sure you read the terms of service and then click right here and do create. And now make sure, this is really important, to keep track of your email and your password, your first name and last name, just because you're going to need it when we download Firestorm. Okay, so once you've gotten through this part, then you would click create, and you will keep track of that. So we're gonna keep this open for now. You should keep it open once you sign up. I'm gonna go in and log in just to show you very quickly. My information's already saved in there. I just go log in, and uh, the great thing about Kitely it is that it offers very stable environments for a good pricing in comparison to other servers. And they even have an offer for organizations. So, like for example, like the starter organizations, you can have 100 users and 10 worlds, which for me it sounds like a lot of worlds because I have worked for weeks and weeks in one world and I'm still not done with it. So just the thought of 10 worlds really boggles my mind. For $49.95, and I haven't had any issues with the server signing on or using or building or anything. So, I haven't used any other servers, but this was recommended to me by my professors, and I think it's working great. Okay, so now we're back in the Google Classroom, and we're going to go to Firestorm Viewer. And please do not be turned off by the website. It's actually legit, and if you don't click on any ads or anything that looks suspicious, your computer should be okay. Right now I'm doing instruction for the download of this viewer on a Windows. So if you have a Mac, there'd be other instructions available for you. So we're going to go to download Firestone Viewer for OpenSim. Go ahead and click on that. OpenSim only. We're going to choose our operating system, which is Windows. And we're going to keep downloading. We're going to go to older versions and other downloads. And please do not click on any ads and just keep scrolling down. And we're going to stay away from Firestone release or SL only. We don't want that. Full release 32 and 64. So let's do the 64-bit only. And we have OpenSim only. And we have that baby right here. So it's going to warn you. It's going to tell you it thinks it can harm your computer. So go ahead and say keep. And if this takes long, sometimes it's going to take a couple of minutes. I might cut the recording and start it back up when it comes back, because it might take a while. So let's open this up. So once you see the little icon on here, that's when you can click open. Do you want to allow this app as an owner publisher to make changes? Yes. So you're going to select the language you prefer, and I prefer English. At this point, you are going to make sure you read all this, and you click agree, and it's going to install. And it wants to know if it wants you to create, you want it to create an icon for you on the desktop or on the startup menu. And I might pause it right now. Okay, so that only took about a minute and a half. So for my computer, it's not that bad. So it might take a little longer for yours. You might have a more powerful computer. So once it's done, it's going to say completed, and you can click close. And it's going to ask you if you want to start right away. And okay, so when it opened back up, it remembered my username and password. And I'm not sure why, because I uninstalled this server at this viewer, so I'm not sure why this is still remembered. But you have to make sure that it says your first name and last name from when you created your Kitely account, and that it's at Kitely. And this should be the same. It should say home. And then you can click that, because then it'll remember you. And let's see, so that is Firestorm. And then fingers crossed, when I press login, it's gonna log me back in. This is the first time I've actually uninstalled the Firestorm since I installed it about a year ago. So I might pause this. It might take, or I think it's logging in right now. So where we're gonna go right now is the Kitely Welcome Center. And you can see here is a lot of beautiful work by Linda Kelly, and she's offered this OpenSim, and she has given us a lot of free goodies that we can use, a lot of free buildings, a lot of free clothing and gestures, and I mean, we'll talk about the freebie mall later on. But just to show you quickly, some tools that you would need to use right away would be the map right here. And you want to open that up, and here's where you can tell where you are, and you could go basically to any world on Kitely, and it's going to give you about a minute of wait to teleport you to another world. So we want to go first to In the Finger Lakes, which is where the course is going to be taking place, and that's where you are going to be able to follow along with the videos and build. So let's see here, should show you. So it shows you on the grid where In the Finger Lakes is, and it tells you that you are right here. It doesn't actually show you, but so no matter where you land, where you click on this island to be teleported, it's gonna land you in the same place. So it doesn't matter where you just click on it and double click, and it tells you it's offline, it's turning back on. So I'm gonna pause this real quick if I can. Okay, guys, so we have landed. The Eagle has landed in the Finger Lakes, and let's see here. I just want to show you the tools that we have available. So just off the bat, this is where you will always land no matter where you click on that map. So I have built here a welcome center for you guys, which we will see later. This is the logo that I came up for the island, and I have some more information here, which if you saw one of the introductory videos, you already know what's in that slideshow, so I'm not going to waste time on that right now. Important things is the first time you use the avatar, unless you have used Second Life before, it's going to be very confusing and you're going to be lost and you're not going to be sure what's going on. Okay, so if you use this button right here, which I have lost, here it is. Let's see, this button right here is going to give you these settings to change your view. So in case you get lost, or all of a sudden you're like this, and you're like, what's going on? Just open up the eye, and you're going to be able to switch the view to it, and it brings you right back to the side of your avatar. So when that happens, you have to know that I mean, you're there. You're just the view has changed dramatically for some reason. Sometimes it used to happen to me when I pressed escape, or just the very beginning, I didn't know how to manage this avatar, so I had no idea. So you can move to the side, you can move up and down using the arrow keys. Also, you can use the up, the arrow keys the same way. You can also use your mouse if you have one of those rolly, the mouse with the roll. You can go, zoom in and out. Okay, so this one, oh, here I am. Okay, so now important things. You can walk using your arrow keys, forward, backward. You can zoom using your mouse. You can zoom out so that you can see better where you're going. You can walk around. Okay, you can run if you use this guy up here, the running man. You can move faster so you can catch up to your other friends and your buddies if you're running late for class. Okay, this is my island, and I have created this for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'm quite proud of it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, and then you can select this guy right here, the flying mode, and that's right, you can fly. So if you use your arrow key, or you can use these up and down arrows, you can go all the way to the top, all the way, and then use your right arrow key to turn around, or your left arrow key, and you can see the rest of the island. Okay, so that's how I love to fly, because it's a very quick way to get around. So if you open up your map here again, you want to go, and we're looking at it right now, but I just want you to know how to use the map. Once you're in the island and you open up this map, then you can teleport to a specific place. So we want to go, this is going to be the building sandbox, which you are going to be using to create and practice your lessons. So if you click on that, and if you stop flying, and you're going to land kind of funny. My son loves to watch her fall like that. He just loves that part. So here's the sandbox, and this is where you're going to be creating. I used a lot of modern industrial design throughout the island. I wanted to give it a natural feeling, like being in the Finger Lakes, but also mixed in with the urban feel of New York City. So I wanted to really illustrate New York as a state, not just a city and not just the country where I live right now. So I included these beautiful murals that are found in New York City and throughout other urban places in the US. And I think this is just the right atmosphere to build. You have like a construction site, gravel, and some gray areas here that aren't going to distract you too much. And so here is your first lesson, and this is the hardest part of the course. So the next video is going to be part 1 of the 3 parts in which this course is broken down into. So this is Pamela Raya, and I thank you for watching this video, and I hope we learn a lot together. Thanks.